So the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus has just officially came out. So if you just bought this phone, you might be trying to figure out exactly how to use it. Luckily for you, there's so much stuff to love about this particular phone, and I can't wait to just explain to you exactly how to use it. First of all, if you did buy this phone, I would always recommend putting a screen or case, on it. So just go ahead and do that. Put some sort of screen protector or case on it, and you should be good to go. Now, starting off with the outside, you're getting a very, very big display. It's a very massive panel. It's 120 hertz, so things just refresh better, which is really nice. You're getting pretty thin bezels around the whole entire phone, which look very, very good. You're getting your hole punch display here, very good looking panel, and overall it's probably one of the better looking phones Samsung has made ever. Now, looking around the body, you can see we do have this flat side on the side of this body right here, which again looks very good. You're getting two microphone holes at the very top, which is kind of hard to see here, but you're getting two more microphone holes there, which is very cool. On the bottom side, you are basically getting your SIM card eject tray, which is right here. You're getting your USB Type-C port, and you're getting a speaker grill right there as well. On the right side, we're basically getting our antenna band right here, which is nice, our power button right here, and our volume rockers. At the back side, you can see we are basically getting our triple camera setup, which again is pretty cool. I like having this triple camera setup right here. We're getting our flashlight right here, LED light. We're getting a frosted glass back, which feels very, very good in the hand. It's like unbelievable how good this thing feels. And you're getting reverse wireless charging and standard wireless charging on your particular Galaxy S24 Plus as well. So definitely on the outside, it gets a thumbs up for me. It's a very good looking phone. And it definitely, like I said, it is one of the better looking phones Samsung has ever made. Now, we have a couple of ways of turning on our phone. We can either tap on the power button that's on the side that I showed you earlier to basically power it up, or you can also do the same thing to power it off. Or what you can do is double tap on the display to actually power it on. So double tapping on the display will basically power it on. You can also double tap to turn it off as well. On our main screen, you can see we have our status bar. If you've ever used any phone before, you should be able to see the status bar here, which is the same as basically any other device. Our battery percentage and some other things in the top right. You also have your time right here, as well as the date and maybe some notifications. So there could also be some notifications that come up there as well. So if you ever get texts or phone calls or anything, they should come up right here. So it's pretty cool. It's just like any other device. On the very bottom, you can see we have our phone call application and our camera. So if you want to, you can just basically swipe to the side or swipe to this side if you want to quickly access those toggles. You can also hold down on the lock screen right here if you want to edit it. So, with One UI 6, since like One UI 4, I think we can edit the lock screen, which is genuinely very cool. So you can just hold down on the lock screen right here to edit it. So you can change the text, and not the text, but you can change the font and so many other things across the board. I would recommend you to just take your time here, pause the video, and just edit up your lock screen. It's a very cool thing that we have the ability of doing, and I'd recommend every single person to do it because it genuinely is so cool to have that type of capability. It's honestly very awesome. So have fun with it. I'd recommend just going through with it. Now clicking the back button right here at the very bottom, we can come back into our lock screen. Now we can swipe up. If you didn't already have a passcode or anything, you should be able to just come into the home screen. And then you'll see some similar stuff. You'll still see the status bar at the top. The time is now in the top left. This middle part is basically with your dock and your app icons and your widgets and everything. So you'll have widgets which are basically just customizable things that basically are just like lets you get like information. You have the Google search widget here too. And you have your app icons. You can remove and change and move around any one that you want. If you want to move it, you can move it to one page or the other page. You can also hold it down if you want to remove it. So you can hold it down like this, click remove. So that's an option that you have. You can also go through and you can hold down on a particular one as well and move it to a different page. And that's another option that you have. You can also hold it down and move it back if you want to. But you can see that the dock always stays consistent. So that's a pretty cool thing. So if you want to, you can always just go through and customize these apps at the bottom of your dock. That's an option that you have as well. And that's that. Now at the very bottom, you have your nav bar. So this is basically a home button, the recents button, and the back button. So if we make our way over to our Play Store right here, if we want to, we can go ahead and scroll through and go whatever. But let's say we tap into this TikTok app, but we wanted to go back to the previous page. We can tap on the back button right here to basically go back. If we want to go back home, we can tap on the home button right here, that middle button, and that will take us back home. And if we want to see all of our recent applications, we can click on recents and we can just scroll through all the other apps that we have open and we can just go through there. Now we can tap on home to come back home. Now another cool thing with our Samsung Galaxies, including the S24 and the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra, is with split screen multitasking. So if you want to enable this, what you can do is you can go ahead and basically come into your home screen right here and you want to tap into an application that allows you to split screen. Not every single one allows you to do it. Let's take the Play Store for example. If we go and open it up, If we want to, we can basically use this application as we normally would. With the split screen, we want to go and click on the recents panel right here, that button I just told you about. You want to swipe to the side, and you want to go ahead and basically find the application that you want to split screen. Now at this point, you want to tap on this little icon above the particular application. So tap onto that icon right there, and what you want to do is you want to click on Open in Split Screen View. So tap on Open in Split Screen View, and then you'll basically be able to see the main application at the top, and you can choose whatever other application you want on the bottom. So let's say I want to go and choose Facebook. I can tap on the Facebook app right there. I can click Continue. So now I can basically have two different applications at the exact same time. Now I can also go ahead and kind of make this one bigger or smaller depending on what I want to do. So that's an option that you have. You can also go back home and go back into this split screen application if you want to by going back and doing it again, or you could swipe out of the applications and save some memory. So that's essentially how you split screen on your Galaxy S24s. Now, if you want to, you can see all the applications you have available by swiping up at the very bottom and getting into your actual app library. So this is where all of your apps are basically stored. So you can see all the apps that you have on your phone right here, and you can open them up. You can click on the search bar up here too if you want to quickly just jump into an application and search for it. So you basically have that option here too, which is, again, genuinely very awesome. Hopping back out, if you want to click back home, you'll always come back in the home screen. Now swiping down from the top, you'll get into your control center or your control panel. So here you'll see notifications, people texting or whatever. You can also just swipe out of notifications just like this. What you can also do is you can change your toggles here, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your brightness toggles here as well. And you can your device control options, so many things you can modify. If you swipe down one more time, you'll basically see your particular toggles. So you'll see your Wi-Fi toggle and your Bluetooth toggle, which is so cool. You also see all your other device toggles right here too. So what you can do is you can swipe through all your different toggles. You can choose and edit them. You can click the edit button at the top right. You can click the power button if you want to power down your phone. You can jump into settings by just tapping on the settings icon. You can change your brightness here too by just dragging and dropping your brightness higher or lower. So you can just take your finger and make it brighter or less brighter depending on what you want to do. On top of that, you have your smart view and device control stuff at the very bottom here as well. Now the last thing I want to show you is basically the settings application. So if we come into here and if we click on settings, this is one of the most important apps I think most people probably should be able to use. So within this particular application, you'll have the ability of changing a lot of things on your phone. Now if you ever get stuck or if you ever have questions about your particular device, you can tap onto the search bar up here. You can basically just search for a setting that you're trying to find or whatever the case is. So you can basically find that out, which is pretty basic, which is you can just do it right here. Now you can see connections, so your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, connected devices, sounds and vibration. You can go and modify those, your notification settings, display settings, so if you want to turn on automatic brightness or any of those things. You can also basically enable or disable how long you want your screen time out. I usually keep it at 10 minutes, but you probably want to keep it at a minute. There's so many things here, so I'd recommend just going through the settings and kind of modifying it and changing what you want to change. But the software update panel is a big one. So tap on software update and you'll come into this particular panel, and then you want to click on download and install. I would recommend going into this panel as often as possible. Your phone will already tell you when there's an update, but I recommend going here and actually updating your phone as often as you can, because it's a very, very easy way of keeping your phone up to date and keeping it as secure as possible. And you'll get features and so many things. Because this phone is getting support for like 7 years, you're going to see this panel a lot and get updates a lot. So I'd recommend just going through here and just updating your phone as often as you can. So that pretty much covers it up. For the most part, I will tell you, put a case and screen protector on your phone, but you made a really good choice of buying something like the S24 Plus. It's an excellent device. I like this phone a lot, and I would 100% recommend keeping it for as long as you can. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.